Arkansas has been the past few years, but I feel like he's got the at least attitude and aptitude to do it, and we'll see. I think, like you said, turnovers. If he can just minimize mistakes, that's one or two other wins.
And I've been talking with my buddy about y'all's schedule, about the Arkansas schedule. He is a Arkansas fan, and he's been burned by recent times, and I'm trying to get him to understand that I feel like with a new coach and with some of the guys you've got on your roster and looking at your schedule, I think if you can get past those first two tough games in September, the middle of the schedule looks pretty nice for y'all.
I think this team has a chance to take off, and another reason why I think they do. If they bond well, 2-0 going into Georgia, all the teams in the middle, like other colleges you talked about, they're facing the same problems we are with new coaches and other dynamics. We know Arkansas' problem, but I think if we get a good start, win at Utah, I think there's a very good chance Arkansas can have a 6-win season.
Live from the Bud Light Studios, produced by Christian Johnston,
with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
This is The Morning Rush.
You know, you really get a sense of Razorback Nation, this state, when it gets closer to football season. 50 days out, the pulse, the heartbeat. I mean, we've got 7+ weeks till actual first game, and Tommy, football was it's all over the airwaves yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, people are like you said, I think they've turned a page. We've gotten past baseball season a month ago, all those hanging on conversations. The World Cup's about finished up. There's just enough basketball news to keep us reminded, but I think now that we're 7 weeks from tomorrow, think about that, 7 Saturdays from tomorrow, we'll be sitting inside Razorback Stadium.
Pretty crazy. We're excited about North Alabama. Ryan Silverfield less than a week away from speaking at SEC Media Days, along with the other 15 SEC head football coaches. Calls and texts, welcome. Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. I don't think he meant it this way. Bill from Titus, Texas, I believe, but almost kind of a condescending, you can do it, Arkansas. You can do it, Ridgeback.
It felt like a pat on the head.
To me, he didn't intend it to be like DB-ish, but it kind of, as I listened back to it, it was kind of like, yeah, that's a good image, a pat on the head type. But it would be nice for those final 2 games of the season for Arkansas to be playing for bowl eligibility and playing for a chance to either ruin LSU's season, ruin Texas's season, or make it more difficult, prevent them from going to Atlanta, Georgia for the SEC championship game. It's nice to end with 2 rivalry games. And I know Missouri is listed as a rivalry game, and it's been amped up a little bit, but it's better to have LSU at the end of the year. You go on the road to Austin, then you finish with LSU. But really the stretch before that, as we discussed yesterday, at Vanderbilt starting October 17th. Then you got to bye. You play Halloween night against Missouri. Then go to Auburn, then South Carolina. That's the stretch that you'd love to go 2-2, if not 3-1, to close out the season with the 2 rivalry games.
Yep, and like we were discussing yesterday, the way the schedule lays out, hopefully, just because of the flow of the teams, you can avoid any 3-game losing streaks. That would, I think, be a huge deal. I know that, you stop and you think, what did you just say? You're just trying to avoid losing 3 in a row. But, hey, with this program that lost 10 in a row and is 2-10 off of last year, I don't think that's loser talk or an unadmirable goal to think, hey, if we can, split some games here and there, split Tennessee, Missouri, you just kind of roll through the schedule. You got a chance to avoid, with the way I see the schedule, those long, depressing, debilitating losing streaks that really make people start hopping off the bandwagon.
So it is a Football Friday. We'll talk some football. Got to tell you about this story in Florida coming up about a 76-year-old woman that got a racy license plate sent to her, and she was not happy about that. Ronnie Brewer Jr. is going to join us at 10 a.m. I'm excited about that. DJ Williams had some thought, former Razorback tight end, Mackey Award winner on the quarterback competition I want to get into this morning. There's some few thoughts on Arkansas basketball we can discuss. Found out the name of the Powerball winner which we can talk about as well. Fence Man Friday picks coming up. Brandon's here. We'll get into that. So we got a loaded show this morning here on a Football Friday.
Brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. 479-587-3300 is the number for top quality aggregates, rock, sand, gravel, riprap, big rock, small rock, whatever you need for your job site. Crushed limestone, all those things they've got available for you to make sure your job, your project goes as planned. Plus, they've also got ready-mix concrete, and I'm amazed when I talk to the team at APAC, all the variations, depending on what you're trying to do. They can mix the concrete and bring it to your site and get the variations and the variables just perfect for what you're trying to accomplish. 479-587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
Also, it's nice to have live sporting events going on. We've got the Open going on this morning. Have you watched already a little bit?
I have not. We had staff meeting this morning, but I did bring my tablet, and I have, we were rushing in to get to the start of the show, but that will be on in the last half hour.
Lucas Herbert is up. He's -8 right now after 2 rounds. Jackson Suber is the Ole Miss kid. He's at -6 in second. Sam Burns -5, tied along with Sun Ye Kim. And then who else? Cameron Young's up there. Who else is in the top 10? Bryson DeChambeau's top 11, along with JJ Spawn. So that's kind of it's kind of some notable names. And Patrick Reed's also at -2.
You a Patrick Reed fan?
No.
I don't know anybody that is. Not a soul. So, all right. I mean, where's Scheffler at here? I'm scrolling through. Where did he drop off to? Scheffler's tied for 23rd.
Yeah,
he hasn't started
yet.
2 under, so not on the course yet. So
starts at 9.
But others have advanced. So clearly, based on what we're seeing early, scoring conditions are favorable, at least early. So 2 under, and what's that putting back? 6 off the lead of Lucas Herbert right now, who's having a day because he was an even par 70 yesterday and has finished today at 8 under par. So went from even par to 8 under in one day. So that tells you about the scoring conditions in round 2 there at Royal Birkdale.
Yep. So we'll keep you updated throughout the morning. The next 2 hours, Scheffler will be teeing off shortly. We'll pick it coming up in our Fence Band Friday picks. But I mentioned the 76-year-old woman that got a suggestive license plate sent to her house. It's quite entertaining to hear from people in Florida. I feel like the craziest stories always happen in the Sunshine State, and this is pretty funny.
Well, we've all been there. Every year when you're renewing your tag, you send away for it. Sometimes every 10 years, the state will send you a brand new plate. Well, that's what happened to this woman here. But when she got it, she was a little bit more than perplexed because it is provocative. When Nancy Delastrito went to collect her mail, she got quite the surprise, a new license plate with her vehicle registration renewal.
And I looked at it and I said, I don't think so.
The plate reads SQZ-A55, but from a distance, those 55s can be read as S's.
This is the opening drive.
Imagine your 76-year-old grandma driving around with a squeeze-ass license plate, Tommy. She was not happy. Not happy. Nearly 77 years old. Just very, very fed up with Florida and the revenue office.
SQZ?
Mm-hmm.
A55?
Squeeze ass. She told CBS Miami she went ballistic, and how could that pass inspection? She was encouraged by her sons and friends to keep it after requesting
of course.
a replacement.
Makes me think of the old Seinfeld episode, Ass Man.
She said, I'm resigned to it. Maybe it was destined to be on my car. Maybe I'll even get some honks. A Broward County official confirmed offensive license plates can be exchanged for free. We will monitor this situation in this story and let you know what Mrs. Delastrito is going to do with the squeeze-ass license plate.
A55. All right. Well, might make her more popular at the nursing home someday. I don't know.
guess. Apparently the the guys at in her community thought it was funny and they enjoyed it, who are also about her age. The humor, I think, just kind of stays with you regardless of how old you are. But that's what's going on in how do you say it, Tommy? Is it Pompano Beach?
Pompano
Beach, in Florida.
Yeah.
Mrs.
Brandon
Nancy.
with the fence man is here. Have you ever wanted to get a customized license plate?
Yeah, I've thought about it.
Fence man 1?
No. No, nothing like that.
They got what? Game and Fish, Tommy, golf ones. What are the other ones?
I've got the Razorback one on my car.
There's a Razorback one.
Yeah.
What are some other ones that you
Game
can
and
get?
Fish, like you said, has one.
Yeah.
You can get one with a trout on there.
And they're like alumni tags.
Yeah, you can get one for different universities. Yeah. So, I think they're $35 extra a year.
Yeah, it's not too much.
That's not too bad. I'm going to be honest. I got
those are the special, but that's not the one like where you create your own message.
Right.
So.
I didn't realize is it an Arkansas thing? Like apparently it is in Florida where you get them every 10 years. I just assume, now I haven't had my vehicle for 10 years. I just assume you kept that license plate as long as you had that vehicle or another vehicle. Do they turn over here in Arkansas too?
I mean, I've been to renew my tags and they came out and gave me a new plate. So
does it cost you anything additional? Okay.
Usually just after so many years they want to.
What's the rationale or the point of doing that?
Usually there's a new design on the plate.
Ah, okay. Because I get the tags, like that makes sense to me, but license plate. But if that coming up from that, I got to get my new driver's license at some point before my birthday in December. It expires this year, and I guess I'm good for a license plate for another 2 years, 3 years. Hopefully it's not as provocative as that. As that apparently was.
For a single guy in his 30s, maybe you need something a little more.
No, he definitely wants that.
Maybe you go the golf or Arkansas route. I've never. My dad was like, yeah, you don't have to pay for an extra license plate, and I was like, oh, I might do it this next go around.
Yeah.
For $30 in 3 years.
Yeah. Made at a prison near you. Hey, be sure and take us along if you're on that drive with your provocative license plate. You can take the Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell with you. Whether you're craving something cheesy, saucy, or crunchy, Taco Bell has you covered.
All right, let's get into our Fence Man Friday picks. It's a football Friday. I know we'll get into that a little closer into football season. We've got World Cup games. We've got a couple baseball games and the Open going on as well. But first, let's hear how we did last week. Guys, this is one of the best catchers in all of college baseball. He's going to be the first pick for the Hogs as he go inside the top 10.
And I'll say outside the top 10.
Yeah, I think it'd still be first Hog drafted. We'll go like number 12.
I'm going to say he sneaks into the top 10. So the second pick off the board for the Razorbacks.
I'm going to go Dietz.
I'm going to say he's the second one off the board.
Yeah, I agree. I think Dietz.
Norway against England.
I'm just going to pick England.
I'm going to take Norway to advance.
I'll take our English friends over there.
Argentina against Switzerland. I think Messi and co get it done tomorrow.
I'll go with Argentina.
Yeah, we got to go with the GOAT, Messi.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with a little golf. Mentioned kind of the scoring thus far at the Open. Who do we like to close out the weekend? Tommy, I'll let you start.
Are you going to let me go? Well, I'll take Scheffler then. Hitting teed off today. Lucas Herbert had a wonderful round today of 62. Tells me the course is gettable, so I will go with Scheffler. I think he makes a move today.
I'm going to go with Bryson DeChambeau. What do you think about that him and Faldo back and forth? You have an issue. It's Faldo basically like just going in on him and stuff, and you can tell it's irritated him a little bit. I know he hadn't played great as of late, but I think DeChambeau is pretty motivated this weekend. I'm going to take him.
Yeah, that's actually who I was going to pick was Bryson.
2-2. All right, Argentina.
Ludwig Aberg should be another one we look at.
Okay, Argentina against Spain. We were on Argentina last week with Messi. They advanced in a crazy game with England in extra time. Spain got past France.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think Messi gets another one?
Argentina for me, please.
Yeah, I think Spain is going to pull this one out. I think they're just the overall best team.
Yeah, I'll take Spain, even though I'd like Argentina to win.
I like Messi and everything.
He's unbelievable. Third place game. Don't know why they still do this in 2026. France and England.
England.
Master Mbappe.
Yeah, I'm gonna take I'm going to take Mbappe in this one in France. All right, Cardinals at the Diamondbacks this weekend.
Cardinals, they had a late one last night, I believe. If I read that right this morning. I'll take the Cardinals.
I'll take the Cardinals to go on the road in Arizona and get this one as well, Brandon.
Let's get the D-backs for a win this week then.
Dodgers and Yankees. The franchises that spend the most money, it seems like, year after year. Definitely the Dodgers. I think the Yankees are like third or fourth payroll-wise. But who do we like in New York this weekend?
Yeah, I was going to say, who's the home team? The Yankees? Give me the Yankees.
I've got the Dodgers.
Yeah, I think Yankees pull it out at home.
All right, last game we'll pick here on a Fitzman Friday pick. The Texas Rangers going to Atlanta to take on the Braves, a place that Tommy's been. Tommy, where do you like in this one?
The Bravos.
I'll take the Braves as well. The Battery's just that outside of there is one of the coolest like outdoor venues in sports. Who do you like in this one, Brandon?
Let's go with the Rangers this week.
All right.
All right, that's our Fitzman Friday picks as we're 7 weeks from tomorrow. First football game. So you're winding down summer projects. You got honeydews and a fence repair or a new fence is on your list. Brandon, you've got a special discount right now when they call you at the fence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give me a call and ask for me. Say you heard me on the radio. I'll give you 10% up to $500 on any of your fence projects.
All right, 782-3936. What's kind of the biggest job you guys got going on right now?
I've been doing a lot of stuff at the air base right now. We got some pretty big projects over there right now. But we need all the residential customers. We need some backyards.
All right, so this is a company that can handle it. Now, if I hear that out there, I'm like, man, these guys are going to be really expensive. I'm going to tell you, they're not going to be the cheapest. But do you really want the cheapest? You're not going to be the most expensive either.
That's right.
You're going to be right in the middle. It's just kind of what you ought to be looking for. I have found you guys did a fence at my mom's backyard. You've done my backyard. You don't want the cheapest guy. One truck Chuck that comes out that you got a problem, never going to be there. Anytime I've had a gate that sagged or just need an adjustment, I've just called you guys. Y'all came by and fixed it for me.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we can do it all. Just give us a call.
All right, 782-3936. See examples of the residential and industrial work online at thefencemanAR.com. Big weekend plans?
Yeah. I'll take the kids out to the lake and stuff this weekend. So.
All right, that'd be fun. So, all right, man. Well, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next Friday.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all next week.
Brandon with the Fence Man, 782-3936.
So to jump back to where we started with football, we got several calls yesterday in the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, just various things. We had the one Texas fan, and then we had a couple guys with someone telling me we're due, texting that in. So I looked this up. We always reference 2012 because that's when things went kablooey, right? Arkansas since 2012 on the subject of we're due is 69-103, the worst record in the SEC. Vanderbilt's second. What do you think Vandy's at since 2012?
Oh, win percentage or just numbers-wise?
Just number, like how close, how far off?
Oh, I bet they've got 76 wins.
Okay, they're at 71-100.
71, all right.
Arkansas in that time period since 2012 has given up the most opponents' points per game in the Southeastern Conference. And they didn't list out turnovers. I think I used StatMuse this morning. But since 2012, when people say, "Oh, we've turned into Vanderbilt," they're kind of right because Vanderbilt was a bottom feeder for years, and you're trying to get out of this hold and whatnot. I don't know what the turnovers, but I would guess, Tommy, since 2012, we've had the most turnovers and the worst turnover differential in the Southeastern Conference.
Well, the different we've had 1 year, what was it, 2015, where you kind of spiked. You hadn't had a 10-win season anywhere in that stretch, and you look at some of the other schools you're comparing Arkansas to, they've had a moment or two in that stretch where they've had, a run of a couple of seasons, like Vanderbilt's put together. They found a quarterback like Pavia. You had a run there in that early part of that stretch you're talking about with both Ole Miss and Mississippi State both. And Ole Miss has had another run under Lane Kiffin. Some of the schools you've traditionally compared yourself to over the last 30 years have had brief runs. Mark Stoops had one at Kentucky. Arkansas in that stretch has had about one season.
Yeah, the 8-5, and then you went 9-4. You two because you went 9-4.
If you count the year you went to the Outback Bowl as well, but numbers don't lie. Math is math.
Say what you just said again about the 10, and this is just off the dome, but I think
and had a 10-win year.
Your number Mississippi State, the year you referenced, I think was number 1 at one point. I think they won 10-plus games that year. So I believe, and I could be proven wrong on this, I think Arkansas is the only team since 2012 that hasn't had a 10-win season, which is just wild. Again, you got the worst record in the SEC in that time period and the worst working
South
around.
Carolina's had some moments. I mean, just go through the full league, and it's because you haven't done two things. You haven't found the right head coach and sustained it, stability, and you hadn't had a run of good quarterbacks, of great quarterbacks. You got to have great quarterbacks to do all these things we're talking about.
Well, we're going to talk some quarterbacks coming up. DJ Williams had some thoughts on the ongoing battle between KJ Jackson and AJ Hill that we're getting into our Hog Update. Just a reminder, Ronnie Brewer Jr., who's going to be in this 2026 Hall of Honor class, is also going to join us at 10 a.m. as well. So we've got a loaded show here on this Football Friday.
All right, we were talking about fishing and weekend stuff coming up. Be sure and get by the Pradco store. It is inside Bass Pro Shops in Fort Smith. Get all the lures and everything you need for the weekend there at the Pradco store. And you can customize each of those. So you can put your company message, your name on it. You can turn them into gifts. You can even create your own lure. They have several blank options, meaning you can put the colors on them. You can, if you wanted one to kind of have Razorback colors or your favorite team colors, you can do that. You can put your company name, like we said. You can put someone's birthday and that kind of stuff on it. It's all available at the Pradco store inside Bass Pro Shops in Fort Smith. Stop by there before you go out fishing for the weekend.
All right, morning or Hog Update when we come back.
Call or text the Morning Rush at 877-377-6963.
I am so fired up to hear the Razorback. Hear the Razorback.
Why?
That's all I'm telling.
Tell me why you feel that way.
Because we're good.
This is the Morning Rush.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
It's peak grilling season, and nothing hits the flame quite like beef. From hearty steaks to crowd-pleasing burgers, the rich flavor and perfect sizzle make every cookout worth gathering for. So fire up the grill, bring on the heat, and serve the taste that defines summer. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers. Courtesy of Beef, it's what'sfordinner.com.
The plate reads SQZA55, but from a distance, those 55s can be read as S's.
This is the Morning Rush.
Passionate about sports? If yes, let's take that passion and put it to work growing your business. I'm Rita Newton with ESPN Arkansas, and I help people like you that own businesses connect them with our avid and loyal sports listeners through the power of radio with sharing your words, plus offering digital solutions. Whether you need more customers or more traffic on your website, I am your girl. So email me at rita.newton@hitthatline.com or call me at 479-353-1242. One email or one call away to working on a business plan to help you grow your business.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Save up to $4,000 on in-stock 2026 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. That's $4,000 off on this top-selling midsize SUV. Or drive the brand-new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited-time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Happy 250th birthday, America. For 76 years, Crabtree RV Center has been proud to serve the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas. We're thankful for the freedoms that make it possible to serve our neighbors every day. Located on 17 acres at the junction of I-40 and I-49 in Alma, Crabtree RV Center is truly your one-stop shop with sales, service, and parts all at one convenient location. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 75 years.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
From our farm to our store, only Brahms gives you more.
It always seems like Brahms has something new on the menu. Hey, it's Ty Richardson, and I want to tell you about their new onion and jalapeno cheeseburger, chicken sandwiches, and burrito. Melted American cheese, grilled onions, and jalapenos piled high. Try it as a burger, chicken sandwich, or breakfast burrito. Stop in any local Brahms in Northwest Arkansas or the River Valley and try one today.
Only Brahms gives you so much more.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Dan McFadden goes 73 yards. And has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs, please.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
ARKNSAS. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
I heard a comment the other day where some people believe that they know who the starting quarterback is, and all this stuff is just for show to try to get the starter to work harder. And that's not how this stuff works. That's not how this works. This isn't pre-K kindergarten Pop Warner football, okay? These are grown men, and they're not worried about hurting anybody's feelings, all right? And if you have to do all that just to motivate a guy to get ready to play, then they don't need to have that Razorback on the side of their helmet. They're not ready to go, all right? Go somewhere else with that. It really is a legit competition, okay, day in and day out.
Yeah.
And I think this is just another indicator that it's not figured out right now.
It's former Razorback tight end DJ Williams on 4th and 5, his podcast, talking about this upcoming competition. Heard me say it. I don't think it is one. I think KJ Jackson's got the starting job locked up, and we're just kind of waiting on that announcement fall camp from either him or Coach Silverfield or Tim Cramsey. But I know you and DJ maybe feel a little different.
I tend to lean toward what DJ is saying there. You've got KJ Jackson, who's been in the Arkansas system. You got A.J. Hill, who's been in the Tim Cramsey, Ryan Silverfield world and knows their language and knows the expectations and knows knows what it's about. I don't think KJ Jackson is so darn good that he has just blown away the other quarterbacks in that room. So, no, I don't think this is a rouge. I don't think this is, hey, they're not bringing someone to media days because they don't want to tip their hand and let North Alabama know who's going to be the starter. Yeah. I think they truly don't have it locked in at this point. I agree.
When do you think it is going to be? Like, you think it's a week out? Or are they going to do it pretty early in fall?
Why are we in the rush to get to the answer?
I think fans want to know. The most important position on the field is the quarterback, and my whole stance on this is been you don't have a spring portal, and if you don't truly know, then I think it's a little worrisome as you get closer to the football season. Not for North Alabama like you're joking about, but if you don't know who your quarterback is, like if you're still figuring it out in the North Alabama game before you go to Salt Lake, no way the heck we're going to win that game.
Well, I mean, but we don't need to figure it out today. I mean, whether it's the weekend, I don't know why they would announce it any earlier than the week of the game, unless it's not close or there's an injury, something unusual. But I just think it's closer than we want to credit. I think we are just more familiar with KJ than we are with AJ. So we lean that way because we've seen him play here.
I just go off what I've read and what I've been told. It's not like the familiarity because.
So you really don't have an opinion. You have someone else's opinion.
Well, you have what you've been told and who you trust and what you've read.
Again, their opinion. Trust. You haven't seen it with your own eyes and have your own opinion. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, we'll gain our own opinion based on how much access we get to see it for ourselves in fall camp.
I do know A.J. Hill was pretty highly regarded going into Memphis. Yeah. I mean,
as a 4-star kid.
It's not like he can't win the job. But.
Competition breeds better performance. Iron sharpens irons. Let's roll out all the cliches.
Throw the cliches out there.
But we need this competition to be close. That's what we need. We don't need it to be decided today. Don't want it decided today. All right, that's the Hog Updates brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. When the workday is done, that's when the good stuff begins. Whether it's fishing, off-roading, or just enjoying the great outdoors, Farm Credit of Western Arkansas can help make it happen. Visit myaglender.com or drop by any one of Farm Credit of Western Arkansas's 25 locations today and start making the most of your time off.
Red points out, we barely know any of them, and we watched Jackson play a few times. He feels like letting them compete, kind of like you're saying. We'll have to, again, we'll wait and see. We'll see what that ends up happening for Arkansas football this upcoming season, who it ends up actually being. I don't know if this is a competition or a giveaway. It might be a competition in David Rath's eyes, trying to get more people to enter than his father, Larry, as we welcome him in. The Big at 10K Summer Giveaway. David, is it a competition? Are you trying to get more signups than your father?
Oh, I don't know. I think the whole thing is I think we just win no matter what, dude. I mean, that probably sounds cheesy as it can be, but, I'm just trying to get as many total entries as humanly possible. So, dude, if I had like 4 locations, I'd be tickled. Just getting as many as I can at both stores. That's all we're trying to do. Just get as many people to enter to win. $10,000 the easy way, dude. I mean, yeah, no purchase necessary, no nothing. Just come in. Visit either one of our 2 stores there in the Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith or Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale, and just enter to win. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Somebody's going to win $10,000, man. We're halfway through that giveaway. We're going to do the thing on August 1st. So no big deal. Just come in, enter to win, and you don't have to do anything to get it.
Well, the lottery ticket, we know who the lottery ticket winner is, and we're going to find out who the winner of this is coming up. Again, one more time, David, what's the contest?
So we're doing a $10,000. It's the first ever big ass 10K giveaway. And it's just no purchase necessary. Just a regular old sweepstakes. Come by, fill out your info, enter to win. Easy as that.
Bang bang! All right, that's our buddy David Rath, Rath Mitsubishi, and Rath Auto Resources. Again, it's a friendly game. He doesn't care whether you sign up in Fort Smith or in Springdale. He just wants you to participate. David, I know you got work to do, so I'll let you go.
Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good one.
I mentioned the lottery winner. We know who the Powerball winner, I should say. We know who that is now. We'll get into that coming up. Going to give you more open updates throughout the morning. And Ronnie Brewer Jr., who's going to be a part of the 2026 UA Hall of Honor, is going to join us coming up at 10 a.m. as well. We've got a lot to get to here on this Football Friday. The Morning Rush continues after this.
And I guarantee you, we noticed it, they noticed it, and I know our hitter noticed it, and it fired him up.
This is the Morning Rush.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are
Tommy
looking
Kraft
for.
here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Kevin Hart here to tell you all about Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. Hey guys, I kind of feel like you're chopping off my head a little bit. I'm the money. Don't forget that. It's spicy, balanced with a sweet and tangy citrus touch that makes everything taste even better. And the best part is it comes with. I kind of still feel like you ain't got all of me. The best part is it comes with anything on the Cantina menu. So you better try it before it's gone.
New jalapeno citrus salsa, the sauce with more main character energy than Kevin Hart.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for. Only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com. RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they love the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports, to me it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Kubota hay rakes and of course the BB Series Kubota round baler. Couple it with Kubota's M Series cab tractor with 75 to 168 horsepower and you'll have the prettiest hay on the market. With savings from Gray Brothers and special financing from Kubota, today is your day for a new Kubota at Gray Brothers Equipment in Fort Smith and Poto, where if you pick orange, you'll never get a lemon.
When you need legal help, turn to the law offices of Craig L. Cook. With over 40 years combined experience, the Cook Law Team works for you. If you've been injured in an auto accident, hurt on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help with bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill.
I'm Tim Shepard. I'm running for Washington County Judge. People come to Washington County for a reason, to raise a family, build a future, and enjoy the beauty of a place we call home. No matter how long you've lived here, we all want the same things: safe communities, responsible growth, and leaders who get things done. I'm Tim Shepard, and I'll work every day to keep Washington County the best place to live, work, raise a family, and call home. I'd appreciate your vote November 3rd.
Paid for by the committee to elect Tim Shepard, Washington County Judge.
I'm Wendy Howerton, and I'm running for circuit judge here in Washington-Madison County. I've been practicing here for 20 years, representing people just like you, and everyday matters.
It's going to be justice for all. Everyone there is going to have a voice, and all those people who don't have a voice, they're going to have one in my courts. And I'm going to apply the law evenly, impartially, like it should be.
I'm here to protect all your constitutional rights, because they've never been more important than they are now.
Paid for by the Howerton campaign.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
All right, this may be very divisive, what we're getting ready to discuss, and I need plenty of Lewis Automotive Group text line input on what you guys think out there. 877-377-6963. In front of Congress right now is a bill that would essentially leave us, it's the Sunshine Protection Act. Moving through Congress, it would leave us on daylight savings time year-round moving forward. Man. What do you think? How would you vote? So meaning that in the winter, it's going to be darker an hour later in the morning, but more daylight at the end of the day. So right now, sunrise is 7:30, let's just say, on a dark December day. Well, now it's going to be 8:30. But instead of sunset at 5, it's going to set at 6. Which do you prefer if we standardize our time year-round? That's the Morning Rush Daily Question.
I'd rather have light at night. I drive in at before 5 a.m., so it's dark regardless if it's in the summer, winter, fall, or spring. That doesn't affect me. We're in here, don't really do anything till the show. I guess the only thing like morning golf, but I would probably say I'd rather have it light at night.
Yeah,
Big C?
I'm on board with that. I do like when I get here during the summer and it's light, like in the morning. So I do like that.
I don't know about 8 a.m. It's still being, the crack of daylight at 7:45. And the further you move to an edge of a time zone, the way it'd be. But can you imagine living in a state where either the timelines divide your state based on the time zones, or you're in one of these quirky places like I think Arizona has some of this, Indiana has some of this, where they don't move in their state or parts of their state, and you drive from one county to the next and the time zone changes, the time change. I don't know how you operate.
Yeah.
Because we were having a meeting earlier this week about operating next week. You and Alyssa are going to be operating in Eastern time zone. Hey, we're only going to speak in Central time zone so we don't confuse each other. I can't imagine the chaos it could have in certain places. I don't really care either way. I would rather have the longer daylight in the summer late. So I don't want standard daylight time or standard time year round. So if we're going to go to one and only one, I want it to be daylight savings time year-round.
Billy and Benville's all for daylight savings time. Chris in Siloam Springs is get rid of it altogether. Bill texted in and says, I get to sleep an extra hour before I went deer hunting in the winter. Jason says, I think it's crazy we have daylight savings time, so I'm for staying like we are.
All right. So what are your thoughts? You can call or text 877-377-6963. But there is something depressing about waking up in the dark for 6 months of the year, driving to work in the dark. For those that go in at 7 or 8 o'clock, that your kids going to the bus stop in the dark. There is a little bit of something depressing. But I don't like leaving here at 5 o'clock or 5:15 after a day's work and it's dark either. I don't like that. So I don't know. I want my cake and eat it too.
It doesn't have a huge effect on my life. Like
we have 18 hours of daylight. That might be what
nice.
I want. Yeah.
All right, that's your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily Question. Whether when it's dark outside or it's light outside, you can always play Cart Pass Social. They're still doing their summer memberships through September. So if you want to do that the next few months, you can. Go to cartpasssocial.com. Play one over 1,000 different golf courses, whether you're hack or your scratch. Their summer league is underway. It's BYOB. Bring your own food. Bring your own drinks. Go to 122 Grant Place in Lowell. Bring your own stuff to Cart Pass Social, 479-487-3622. Two Rogers boys, Nate Garahan, Christian Olson. They do a great job for Cart Pass Social. All right, let's talk to Ryan in Hot Springs. He's got some thoughts on this Morning Rush Daily Question. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, well, with me having a young 5-year-old in the afternoons, I'm gonna like having the more time to do something with her outside, take her to the park or ride bikes with her or something like that. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But also had some football thoughts, if y'all didn't mind as well.
Come on.
I'm not saying it's obviously going to be identical to 21, but I'm getting some 21 vibes from this year. Like, you've got an unproven quarterback. You've got a non-conference win that everybody is just assuming you're going to lose. We've got, again, also the number one toughest schedule in the country. And it's, I want to wait and see how it plays out, and kind of my thoughts on that, and it could be an exciting game against Utah. They said on the SEC network the one thing we got going for us is they've got a completely retooled offensive line. So I mean, maybe that's our chance to win that game. I just wanted to share that with you. I hope y'all have a great day, and go Hogs.
I hesitate to think it's going to be like 21 season, which is your best season since 2011. What I would draw comparisons to is just each first-year head coach. So let's not count John L. Smith. 2012 was a disaster, and that did not go over well. Moving to 2013 with Brett Bielema. I think we lost to Rutgers that year. We should have beat LSU. They choked at the end of that game. Then you move to Chad Morris, 2018, 2-10, disaster. Sam Pittman, 3-7, all SEC schedule. Should have won 4 or 5 games. Honestly, a really good year for what he inherited. No question about that. But I always go back to like 2008. You beat Auburn, I think on the road, and then you closed out the win with LSU. You've got 2 non-conference wins you're going to get. If you can get 3 SEC wins this year, because I can't see them beating Utah week 2. I hope I'm wrong, but I can't see it. If you can do that and in beating LSU or Texas, I think you're going to see a lot of similarities. Not necessarily to Petrino 09, 010, and 011, but I think you'll draw a lot of comparison and similarities to what you saw in 2008.
You're just hoping to surprise people. I mean, you'd have sat here and said some of those same things about Vanderbilt a couple of years ago because you didn't know who Pavia was and you didn't know how well he could play. A couple of years ago, you'd have said the same thing about Indiana because you didn't know Mendoza. You didn't know this. How do you say this coach's name? He came from James where? Madison who? I don't know if Arkansas is going to surprise, but we draw these conclusions. Well, you can't win this game. You can't do that. You haven't even seen the team yet. I mean, so I just, I caution against drawing these hard takes when we really don't know much yet. You may be 1,000% right.
Mm-hmm.
This team may only win 3 or 4 games this year. But we're basing it a lot on what last year's team did when we got a half new roster and an entirely new coaching staff.
They put I think On3 put out the graphic. Arkansas has the most transfers in the SEC.
Yeah.
You also have, again, a bunch of high school kids, 60 plus. I think it's 63 new players on this roster. That's true, but
would you think Kirk Cignetti could come from James Madison and bring a lot of those kids from there to a place like Indiana in a conference like the Big Ten and do as well as you did a couple of years ago and then win a national title with that group? You'd have said, no way, I'll bet the farm that won't happen. And then it happens. So we draw these hard, and I'm not saying Arkansas is getting ready to be Indiana, but we're basing our opinions on other people's opinions that aren't based on a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's wait and get our eyes on it. We didn't, unless you were at the red-white game, you didn't see it. You read about it, someone else's report, someone else's opinion. get one for yourself, because I'm telling you, this team might just surprise you a little bit.
Okay. Counterpoint. Well, what are we supposed to talk about for 50 days?
Well, I'm just telling you, we come up with these ideas that they can't this and they can't that, and you're drawing these hard lines in the sand that it's these absolutes based on what?
I said I don't think they're going to beat Utah. I
Okay.
didn't say they're absolutely
Based on what?
Based on Dampier, who's one of the better quarterbacks you'll play, based on the fact that you're going to Salt Lake City, based on the fact that Arkansas has 60-some-odd new players. I'm not, again,
but we speak in these absolutes, and that's what drives me crazy is we speak in absolutes. I absolutely don't think they're going to win 10 or 11 or 12 games this year.
Okay.
But I don't know enough, and I don't think most of us know enough to rule out this team surprising some people. Now, what would that be? 6 wins? Would that surprise you? It would me. But I'm basing that on what? A 2-10 team last year that we turned half the roster over and all the coaches over.
Okay. So I guess my question would be, what do you want us to talk about for the next 50 days leading up to football season?
I'm not saying we don't talk. I'm just saying let's quit talking in absolutes like we got it all figured out. You know that
who is?
Well, we're reading a lot of opinions. We're soaking in national magazines. Okay. We're coming up with conclusions that are based on little to no data of this roster playing together. The only data we have on it is spring practices, 14 of them in a quasi-red-white game that wasn't televised.
Gavin Fayetteville says, Tom, I get what you're saying, but based on the last decade of multiple coaches and teams, I think it's fair to be skeptical until proven otherwise.
I'm not saying be optimistic. I'm just saying let's not draw absolutes about what they can't do until we learn more. And that's what we're talking ourselves into a demise for this season that we don't know is there yet. Well, they can't win more than 3. They can't win more. We're talking our way in. We're trying to speak into reality a bad season that may not exist.
Let me just present this. The flip side of that is being overly optimistic, saying they're going to win 8 or 9 games.
And I just said that's not going to happen.
Saying they're going to do that. So you have countering points. You go back and forth. That's what the offseason is people think this. You've got the positive people that think this. You've got the negative people who think this. You've got the tweeners that are somewhere in between. I feel like this is a pretty normal conversation that we had this time last year, the year before.
I just hate the absolutes. I hate when well, by God, they absolutely are going to be this or that. But based on what? Based on what?
Okay, if I'm coming from they're going to be bad. You have a turnover of 60 new coach, or you have a turnover of 60 new players. I'm just being negative tie here. You've got a head coach that is under 500 against power or guys that are above 500 in competition. I think he's like 4-12. You've got a guy that's never coached in the SEC. You've got the toughest schedule in college football. You've got a first-year starting quarterback one way or another. Those are absolutes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I would challenge you this: 60 new players, right?
Yes.
Isn't that a great thing? We got rid of 60 guys off a team that went 2-10. That's a positive. I'm not saying that's a negative. I'm saying you need 60 new players.
You can't
do any worse.
I don't think you can't
do any worse.
It's a positive until we actually,
that's the unknown. You got 60 new guys that you've seen for 15 practices.
6-6 should always be attainable, no matter how many players you turn over. The schedule's tough, but come on.
When's the last time we said Arkansas had an easy schedule? But we act like it's the first time Arkansas has ever had a tough schedule or a top-ranked schedule based on difficulty. Well, that's not a new conversation. And there's these other teams that have turned over half or more of their roster, a third of their roster. Do we really know what they're going to be? Let's not speak in absolutes.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
It's peak grilling season, and nothing hits the flame quite like beef. From hearty steaks to crowd-pleasing burgers, the rich flavor and perfect sizzle make every cookout worth gathering for. So fire up the grill, bring on the heat, and serve the taste that defines summer. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers. Courtesy of Beef, it's what'sfordinner.com.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something truly one of a kind. Pick from iconic lure shapes like the Booyah One Knocker or the Bandit 100, to name only a few, and have it custom autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
This is the Morning Rush.
What could you do with $10,000? Well, now's as good a time as any to find out. It's time for our very first Wrath Big Ath 10K Summer Giveaway, brought to you by Wrath Auto Resources. Just visit us at 4515 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith and enter to win $10,000. While you're here, check out any one of our great road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. It's the Wrath Big Ath 10K Summer Giveaway, brought to you by Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, WrathAutoFortSmith.com. No purchase necessary. See dealer for complete rules.
Introducing Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. With bright citrus, real red jalapenos, guajillo chiles. Usually, you add sauce to the food, but when the sauce is this good, the food is just there to get the sauce to your mouth. That rolled quesadilla, not a rolled quesadilla anymore. Now it's a sauce shovel. Taco Bell's jalapeno citrus salsa. Get it with any item on the Cantina chicken menu while it's here. The participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only. While supplies last. Contact store for availability.
The paint store in Van Buren is still the place to go to when doing the job right really matters. Our unique line of Richards paint products was chosen by me to perform for you. This is Sue, and my 35 years of experience ensures you get the right paint and the right color. That's important to you and me. Thank you for your support. Come see what I'm talking about. 1414 Fayetteville Road, the paint store, Van Buren.
Dental emergencies do not wait, and neither should you. At Valley Urgent Dental, they're here for you on the weekends, whether it's a broken tooth, a painful infection, or a crown that's come loose. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are ready to help. Why wait till Monday? Call 479-235-5655 now. Valley Urgent Dental is located at 5505 Uper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Valley Urgent Dental, emergency dental care when you need it most.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest? He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for 2 for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What you call me?
A meal for 2 for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, just an outside chance of a shower or storm across the north, otherwise sunny skies. A high today into the lower 90s. Later on tonight, partly cloudy skies, overnight low in the low 70s. Saturday, sunny skies, low 90s. And then Sunday, we should see sunshine at a high near 95. I'm Sally Russell with the forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for wine, specialty beers, and liquor. Located at 12100 Highway 71 South in Fort Smith. KERX Paris, Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 50 days. This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light.
Can't drink all day unless you start early.
Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with an ice-cold Bud Light.
Going to be the year of the Razorback. Year of the Razorback.
Why?
That's all I'm telling.
Tell me why you feel that way.
Because we're good. Silverfield's going to bring some stability. He seems like a good guy. I think that he's got a challenge just because of, where Arkansas has been the past few years. But I feel like he's got the at least attitude and aptitude to do it. And we'll see. I think, like you said, turnovers. If he can just minimize mistakes, that's one or two other wins.
And I've been talking with my buddy about y'all's schedule, about the Arkansas schedule. He is a Arkansas fan, and he's been burned by recent times. And I'm trying to get him to understand that I feel like with a new coach and with some of the guys you've got on your roster and looking at your schedule, I think if you can get past those first two tough games in September, the middle of the schedule looks pretty nice for y'all.
I think this team has a chance to take off, and another reason why I think they do. If they bond well, 2-0 going into Georgia, all the teams in the middle, like other colleges you talked about, they're facing the same problems we are with new coaches and other dynamics. We know Arkansas' problem, but I think if we get a good start, win at Utah, I think there's a very good chance Arkansas can have a 6-win season.
Live from the Bud Light Studios. Produced by Christian Johnston with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is the Morning Rush.
Sports Talk Radio in Arkansas is always going to be the high point because you get the pulse, you get the feedback, the calls and text on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, even 50 some odd days out from football season, which tomorrow will be 7 weeks out, getting ready for Arkansas, North Alabama in Razorback Stadium, and then that Utah game's the following week. You've got a football game for Dylan. You're not going to that Utah
No,
game.
I'd love to, but Dylan plays, so going to be.
I was hoping it would line up on
with
the
him.
dead week.
Nope.
Of when high school was.
No, it doesn't work
you.
out. But hey, that's fine. We can go to Utah some other time. May not see the Hogs play. We can always go there, but gonna be fun. Hey, I stopped by to see you guys yesterday. You were hanging out at Hardee's on Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. We kicked off the football trip of a lifetime. They got endless fries in the afternoon after 4 o'clock at Hardee's, and y'all had a nice number of qualifiers come by, and we've already got our first set of qualifiers, 4 of them, for the football trip of a lifetime that we'll give away August 22nd. That's a Saturday.
Yep, Chiefs and Raiders in Allegiant Stadium. I know people really liked it last year, so we're doing it again. It was Cowboys and Raiders last year. This time it's Chiefs and Raiders, one of the best rivalries in the National Football League. Had 4 of the 5 that entered yesterday qualify. And again, it's a Monster Burger in 150 seconds or less. You can come by and spin the wheel. We got 2 of them next week, and we've got them leading up again to the contest on the 22nd of August. So if you're interested, for your chance to win, go to hitthatline.com. We've got the rules, we've got the locations, and it is, again, the 21st football trip of a lifetime, brought to you by Hardee's and ESPN Arkansas.
If you didn't know, Hardee's serves breakfast till noon now. So you can still get a Hardee's biscuit, even though it's like 10 or 10:30 or whatever you think the cutoff is, noon for the biscuits at Hardee's. So,
there you go.
That's a good late breakfast on a Friday.
No question about it. All right, so we got the announcement. It got a great class in the 2026 UA Hall of Honor. And one of the guys that's going to be inducted coming up in September before the Tulsa game is Ronnie Brewer Jr.
Good rebound by Ronnie Brewer. Keeps it alive. His jumper's up, and it's good. Sullivan underneath the Brewer, and Brewer slams it home. Taps it to Brewer. Brewer going to take it home.
Shot. Brewer's going to take a three from the 10 range. And Brewer takes it away as it came off the leg of Brewer. Well, they forgot about Ronnie Brewer. Brewer reverse layup is good. On the steal off the Brewer, Ronnie slam dunk. Monica goes to the wing. There he is. Lob underneath Brewer. Oh, my.
All right, you mentioned this earlier. We've got a couple things in common with Ronnie. What's the first one?
We love the Razorbacks.
Yeah, that, but we've also done what?
Well, I mean, Ronnie did have a short but very illustrious radio sports talk hosting career here with ESPN Arkansas back in the day. And it wasn't, it was a few years ago, kind of in between gigs, but, Ronnie's been behind the microphone before.
What's up, man? Good morning.
I won't go as far to call him our colleague. I think he'd be offended by that.
No.
What's up, Ronnie?
Not much. How are y'all?
Man, we're good, brother. Congratulations, Hall of Honor. What a treat for you and for your family and all those that have been around you for so many years. Congratulations, my man.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. It was such a great honor. So many other great honorees. It just means a lot to me. I think it means a lot to my family as well. For my dad to be in the hall and then for me to get inducted, that's really something special.
You mentioned your family, Brew Crew, as they've been dubbed. Obviously, your legacy, the family's legacy, is deep within Arkansas. What was that like? Not necessarily growing up in the shadow of your dad, but people like, your dad did this, your dad did that, and then you came through Arkansas and had an awesome career, man.
Man, to be honest, like my sister, Candace Graham, she's married, lives in San Antonio. She's 3 years older than me. But when we were growing up, people were trying to make the comparison between her, myself, to my dad. And we were like, dude, my dad played in the 70s. We're playing like in the 2000s. Like, it's not even the same. It's like whenever we find out something about our dad, it was like a history lesson. Like, we didn't get to live it. And so it wasn't any pressure to like live up to. It was just my dad was like, I want you guys to have fun doing something you guys enjoy and love, not something that I want you to do because of who I am and what I accomplish. And so for me, it wasn't any additional pressure. It actually made like life very simple because he wasn't like, you have to go to Arkansas. Like, it's your choice. And I got to go through the recruiting process with a clear mind that I wasn't forced to go somewhere. And ultimately, like, this is like something that's deep in my heart, deep in my soul, and it runs through our blood. And so the decision was kind of difficult, but at the end of the day, it became easy. And so I was very excited about being able to go to Arkansas and, follow what my dad did. But I don't think it was any additional pressure, but it was kind of special to how it kind of ended up.
It's fun to talk about your time here at Arkansas. 10 years in the NBA. I think people gloss over that and forget how long you were there. And now you're back here helping build the program that you once played for. What makes Arkansas basketball, Ronnie, different today than when you were here and wore the jersey?
Well, I mean, you got to look at the staff. I mean, John Calipari is a Hall of Fame basketball coach that's leading the realm. And so that comes with a lot of expectations and a lot of standards. Kenny Payne, one of the best coaches, recruiters. Chen Coleman, same, should be a head coach. You got Brad Calipari following his dad's footsteps. And then what people glance over is, like, how many staffs got guys like Tyler Ulis was player of the year in the SEC, defensive player in the SEC. His team was one of the best teams to play at Kentucky. He was arguably one of the best guards to play for Cal. Like, he's helping lead the point guards in the backcourt. And then, I played 10 years in the NBA, so I feel like I can add a lot of value to what we're trying to give our young student athletes. And these young men's got goals and aspirations to play in the NBA. So, yes, Coach Cal has a legacy, put guys in the NBA, but you also got guys on the staff that's highly qualified to develop and put guys in the right position and develop guys to get to the NBA as well.
So you saw it front row with Eric Musselman. Now you're front row with John Calipari. Take us inside the culture change. What's it like inside the four walls of the program today versus when Muss was there? Because both have had, if you want to base it on tournaments, pretty similar, equal levels of success. So how is the culture different in two successful eras of Razorback basketball?
I mean, for Razorback fans, I hope all you could do is tip your cap to Coach Musselman because, before him, Arkansas basketball was successful. Coach Anderson won 20-plus games every year. He never had a losing season. So I think Razorback fans got spoiled with that. And then we're like, well, we don't think that's enough. And then you bring Coach Muss in and, he goes Elite Eight, Sweet 16, and, doesn't make it one year. And so that was a lot of success that Razorback fans hadn't seen in a long time and raised the bar and raised the standard. So, like, the culture that he had was really, really good. I would never say a negative thing about Coach Muss because what he did only to Razorback basketball and the culture, like what he did for me to give him the opportunity. So, like, that culture was great. Working with him, staff was great. We brought in a lot of great basketball players. I mean, if you look at the list of guys that are in the NBA or had a chance to play or went overseas and had success under Coach Muss, there's quite a few numbers of players. And then you bring Coach Cal, and I always say this, man, I feel like I had a master class under Coach Muss and how to, every day, prep, every day recruiting, every day your attention to detail. And then I go with Coach Cal, and I get my doctorate because, I mean, he is the king of recruiting. He's the king of creating space. He's the king of dribble drive. He's the king of bringing a lot of great players together and having them come together for a common goal and trying to win a national championship. That's a lot harder to do than people think. I think it's ultimately at the end of the day, it's a little bit of luck, basketball bouncing your way. But, like, he's put together some really good teams here at Arkansas, and we're going to continue to do that. So the culture is very strong. The recruiting is very strong, and guys are really buying into Coach Cal because how great of a coach he is.
So you got a chance to watch some special players from the bench this past season, Ronnie. What's it like to see TB, Malik, and Darius go off in their first few games of Summer League?
Well, if you know Darius, Malik, and TB, like Darius thinks he went he didn't think he should have went 7th. So he's playing with the chip on his shoulder. Malik Thomas didn't think he should have went 34. He's playing with the chip on his shoulder. And TB was like, I thought I should have been first round because of the hard work I've been putting in, the season he had, and the workouts he had. So all three of those guys are playing with a chip on their shoulder, and they're playing very, very successful. So seeing them on the bench last year firsthand and being able to talk to them and talk through things, I knew how sharp their mind was. I knew how much of a chip on their shoulder they played with, how prideful they were, and how they compete and their competitive nature. So seeing them have success early in Summer League is not surprising to me. But, like, I also want to note that, like, we got multiple guys like Jonas Adu who's having a great Summer League. Nick Pringle's getting to play a little bit. Adu Thero's playing well. So there's other guys also that are playing well in the Summer League, but those three guys are having outstanding Summer Leagues so far. And I have no doubt in my mind they're going to be very successful NBA basketball players.
Jonas
with bright futures.
Ronnie, Jonas's mom was talking about the dinner that Cal and him and the rest of the guys had, and she obviously he played at Tennessee, play here, and she talked about the relationship that Cal has after with his players. And I know there's former Kentucky guys that come to Fayetteville and work out. Obviously, former Razorbacks, some of your teammates that come back, other guys that played at different eras. What is that relationship, not just with former players, not just with other guys, but also Coach Richardson? How have you seen that take place and really behind the scenes with Cal and Razorback basketball?
One of the things that I praise Cal about, and, I went on his radio show and I talked about it adamantly, like, and I don't like to say too much or go back too much back and forth between, what Cal did in Kentucky and what he's doing now. But I do like to say, like, Cal's from Pittsburgh. Like, he's not from Massachusetts. He's not from Memphis. He's not from Kentucky. He's not from Arkansas. One of the first things he did when he got to Arkansas, he did Samaritan's Feet in Pine Bluff and Hot Springs, gave out 5,000 pairs of shoes. He makes sure we do volunteer work. He makes sure we have an impact in the community and where he lives at. So he was impactful in Kentucky. He's impactful in Memphis, UMass. He's going to be impactful here in the community. the way that he bridges the gap. You know, he was adamant with me about, hey, Ronnie, I need you to bring guys back because I want them to be a part of family. It doesn't matter who the head coach is. We're still family, and that's why Coach Richardson's involved, and that's why you see former players, young and old, coming back being involved because you're once a hog, you're always a hog, and it doesn't matter if you transferred in. You're still going to be family. You're going to be family for life, and that's one thing Coach Cal preaches is, you know, if you went through the doors and we were able to coach you and have an impact on your life, then we're going to be family for the rest of our life, and that's what he says to the families in recruiting, and he truly means it, and it truly shows.
Ronnie Brewer with us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, going to be inducted in the Arkansas Hall of Honor coming up this fall during football season. All right, obviously you have a direct connection to the late 70s and your father playing in one of the great eras of Razorback basketball. I don't know how much you remember of the early 90s and the second set of triplets, but you've seen tape. You're well aware of Mayberry Day and Oliver Miller. You've seen all the eras. You understand the history of the program. So, who would be in Ronnie Brewer's all-time starting five of the University of Arkansas?
That's tough. I think that you would have to put – it's a toss-up for me at point guard because, I mean, the legacy at that position is so strong with, you know, Corey Beck or Lee Mayberry. And you could even throw Darius Acuff because he had one heck of a season.
Pick one.
So I have to go back on that position. I'm probably going to try to use versatile guys, not necessarily positions. I think Corliss. I think Todd Day. I think Sidney Moncrief. I think Joe Johnson.
Boy, you're gonna get slapped down by your dad if you don't get him in here pretty quick.
Well, the thing is, my dad knows, and he knows I know basketball. Like I think he's really good, and I thought he had a phenomenal career. I mean, he should be in there at the top five, but also, I mean, I don't want to disrespect guys like you know, Joe Klein or Alvin Robinson or Darrell Walker or all these guys I'm naming. These are also guys that are valid guys that should have their jersey retired. They have so much legacy in Arkansas, and I'm not saying that guys can't wear those jerseys anymore, but like if you look at North Carolina and Duke, they retire the number and they say the player's last name and the years they played to honor them and what they contribute to the university they played in. And I think that our program has too much history. Our program has too many great players that played in different areas. You know, sometimes you need to give them flowers so they can still smell them.
Slap the banners up in Budwell. Trust me, we're advocates of that here on the Morning Rush.
I mean, you could have said Darius Acuff as your one, and no one would have argued that over Todd Day, over Lee Mayberry or anyone else you wanted to bring in here. I mean, even though there's Final Fours with Corey or any of these other guys, Todd Day to me is, I think, an easy answer is your two. But I mean, because just open the record book. I mean, you're right. There's different eras, but isn't it a cool conversation because of the legacy of the program that we can sit here and talk about like other guys not are just in the hall, but numbers that should be in the rafters, and we got like legitimate debates, you know, at all five positions on who should be the all-time starting five.
And if you really look, and I know we had some down years where we weren't winning, like, you know, in the tournament, but if you look like the success Eddie Sutton had, the success Nolan Richardson had, you know, even, you know, Mike Anderson, the games that he's won, and, you know, Stan, he's won some games, but then you bring in Coach Muss and Coach Cal, like Arkansas Razorback basketball isn't like a watered down product. And so when people are like, oh, Arkansas, they haven't had the success, it's like, guys, like we won a national championship. We've been to Final Fours. Like, and there's a lot of programs that can't say they've won national championships. They went to Final Fours. They haven't won it recently. So, like, I sometimes get sick and tired of the narrative. Is like, well, why would you go to Arkansas? Like, Arkansas is not even a basketball school or a blue blood school. It's like, maybe you don't watch basketball because, I wouldn't say we're back, but we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Highest capita per state in the NBA right now that gets guys to the NBA. You can throw that in the fold too, Ronnie. All right, give us a sense. I know it's July the 17th. We're a long way off from the season. That preseason game against Gonzaga, multiple other big non-conference games, and then the SEC play. I've watched clips of Jordan, seen Billy do his thing, Mickey Morin. Like, give us a sense of what's going on in practice right now for the guys as they prepare for this upcoming year.
Well, that's actually where I'm headed right now. We have something at 10:30, and one thing I can say is, Razorback fans are going to be very excited about the product that we're going to put out. I know a lot of people want to say, well, they need a big bruiser. They need a big bruiser. If you can name me big bruisers that Coach Cal's coached that went to the pros, that's going to go over, let's say, 5 players. I'll tip my hat to you. I mean, I could think of one, and then one transferred. DeMarcus Cousins was a big bruiser inside, and Oscar Tshiebwe, who transferred in. I mean, if you think of Anthony Davis is like 184 pounds, I think, when he got on campus at Kentucky. He's number 1 pick. Karl Anthony Towns, 6'11", 205, I think, when he stepped on campus. That's not a big massive bruiser. He was number 1 pick. So there's a lot of guys that had a lot of success under Cal. I'm very happy with what our bigs in our front court look like. We're probably going to have the tallest Razorback basketball team in history with how many 7-footers we have. And our guard play is very, very well. We're going to be very athletic. We're going to guard. We're going to play fast. And we're going to be very well coached. So I'm very excited about it. I think our whole staff is excited about it. And we're looking forward to showing the fans the product that we brought in.
Ronnie, we couldn't be more excited for you and your family. Congratulations again on the Hall of Honor and basketball season. I know we got football 50 days away, but we're still very excited about the start of the season, and good luck to you and the team, and congratulations again, my man.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and go Hogs.
All right, Ronnie Brewer, one of the all-time greats, one of the names of basketball royalty in our state, if you will, with the Brewer family and his dad and the greatness in the late 70s, and a wonderful 10-year career in the NBA, now part of John Calipari's staff. Ronnie and all of our guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Join Alyssa Orange. She'll be out tomorrow at Lewis Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. PBR tickets and some other great giveaways. Join us tomorrow at the Lewis Automotive Group. You can call or text us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
One of the underrated characteristics about Ronnie's career here in Fayetteville was his defense. He led the SEC in steals, and I think he's Arkansas. I need to go back and look. I looked at it this morning. I want to say he's either at the top or near the top on the all-time steals here in Fayetteville. I know we've talked about, like, hey, what is the formula for Cal's team entering year 3? You had a really good defensive team year 1, really good offensive team in year 2. You'd love to see that team take shape, and as long as they are, he mentioned the 7-footers and the wings that they've got as well. You'd love to see this team be explosive both offensively and defensively. You mentioned the countdown, 50 days out till Ridgeback football. There's going to be a countdown here soon before Arkansas basketball due to the excitement level about this basketball team this upcoming year.
I couldn't get him pinned down on the all-time starting 5.
You write yours down?
I'm writing it down. But the point guard, I think, is the hardest one. Acuff, who we've just seen, Mayberry, or Corey Beck.
So you go. Here's how you basically do it. Best individual.
Let's go on just start with point guard.
Well, best individual seasons, Darius. Like, in terms of just individual, he outdid Lee and he outdid Corey. Corey won a national championship. Lee took his team along with Todd and Oliver.
Who's the best defender of the 3?
Corey.
That's who I'm going with.
Depends on, like, if you're going to...
Because I'm going with Todd Day as my 2, who's a shooter, and I need a defender. I need a lockdown defender at my 1.
Mm-hmm. It just depends on, like, if you've got enough offense 1 or 2 through 5, you don't necessarily need a point guard that gives you 20.
That's why I'm going with Beck.
Mm-hmm.
Todd Day at the 2. You got to bet you got someone else you'd rather have. He's all-time leading scorer, probably the most 20-point games.
Ronnie Brewer was pretty darn good.
I personally would go with Sidney Moncrief at that.
Okay. See,
and that's not disrespect to Todd. I'm just
okay.
I think
who you like at the 3? Because I think the 4 and the 5 are easy for me, at least. And if you want to convince me that Sidney could go in the 3 with those guys, I wouldn't argue that either. Because I kind of got him written down as a 3, even though he's probably less of a swing. Or you could put Thurman there.
Or you could just switch. You just put Todd at the shooting forward position.
Okay.
Todd's what, like 6'8", 6'9"?
Well, I mean, Sidney Moncrief wasn't no slouch either.
But
So
I
think we agree. Todd and Sidney go as our off guards. All right.
Okay.
So you got Beck, Day, Moncrief as your backcourt. I got Corliss at the 4.
Okay, who's what, 6'6"?
Yeah, I mean, but he can go in.
Okay.
And Oliver Miller, the big O.
Okay.
That's my starting 5.
Okay.
Who have I left out? I mean, Delph's a great shooter.
I mean, we're just going through legends. I mean, we got
Thurman's not in there and could be.
Hogwild texted in Alvin Robinson. You've got Joe Klein. You've got. I'm just doing it off.
To me, you got Joe Klein or Oliver Miller at the 5, and that's really. I mean, who am I missing that would be an all-time great, true inside 5? Big O to me, just because of the success they had, carries him. Joe Klein was my hero as a kid, but I'm going Big O there. Corliss, you got to have Corliss on your starting 5.
Be weird if you didn't have one.
You got to have Sidney in your starting 5.
Hogwild says Bobby at 4. New member of the Miami Heat.
Bobby Portis at 4. I mean, that's. I'm not telling you you're wrong, but got to have that. I'd go Beck, Day, Moncrief, Williamson, Big O, and Oliver Miller there. All right, great conversation with Ronnie Brewer, and we'll have that up in the Bud Light Morning Rush podcast coming up later in the show, and great conversation with Ronnie, and looking forward to his induction into the Hall of Honor.
All right, SEC update when we come back. The Morning Rush continues next.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
Smalls here if you're heading into summer without a medical
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Kevin Hart here to tell you all about Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. Hey guys, I kind of feel like you're chopping off my head a little bit. I'm the money. Don't forget that. It's spicy, balanced with a sweet and tangy citrus touch that makes everything taste even better. And the best part is it comes with. I kind of still feel like you ain't got all of me. The best part is it comes with anything on the Cantina menu. So you better try it before it's gone.
New jalapeno citrus salsa, the sauce with more main character energy than Kevin Hart.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they love the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
We're proud to announce that we're officially picking up Aprilia. From championship-winning racing heritage to aggressive Italian styling, Aprilia brings pure adrenaline to every ride, and the wait won't be long. Our first shipment of bikes is expected to arrive around in mid-June, and trust us, you're going to want to see these machines in person. Stay tuned for inventory updates, arrival dates, and exclusive first looks right here at Wheeler Power Sports. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dealing with a CPAP every night? The noise, the constant cleaning. Is your wife telling you she can't take the noise anymore? Dr. Bo Sparkman at Valley Family Dental Practice, Fort Smith, can help you with sleep apnea with a custom dental appliance that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. Call for your appointment today, 226-3500. Get rid of your CPAP with Valley Family Dental at Riley Farm in Fort Smith and Roland, Oklahoma.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the toughest there is.
Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
But this afternoon is a day for the Razorbacks to celebrate. Arkansas wins the tournament.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
All right, that was a great interview with Ronnie Brewer. We're really happy to have him. Happy to have him inducted this September in the 2026 All of Honor class. All right, as far as SEC stuff goes, looks like we're going to have ABS in college baseball, not just in the SEC, like we saw a little bit in the SEC tournament at Hoover. Still got to be approved by the Baseball Oversight Committee, but it looks like it's going to happen in 2027. That's something we kind of anticipated.
Well, it's technology advances. We need to advance with it. How many stadiums are set up for it? Because I don't know how many. I mean, you got the TrackMan, which I think is widely used, at least in Power 4 conferences. Most have a big outfield display screen, but for some schools and smaller conferences, it may not be available because you may have the TrackMan, but you don't have the screen. So it'll be interesting to see how they implement this. But at an SEC school, this should be no issue to put this in. I didn't think it delayed or slowed down the pace of the game. It took a matter of seconds, literally, to do this. And hey, I'm for getting it right. Let's get it right. I think it also proves out how accurate the umpires actually are more often than not.
Continue on your SEC update. Lane Kiffin, people were talking about him taking his family to Boca Raton and using the private airplane for a cost of $40,000 to LSU students. I can't remember who the lady was that reported this. This is part of the deal. It's
common.
Yeah, and people.
I mean, most of these contracts, part of their salary is deferred in the right word, but substituted, deferred, whatever you want, that they can use the plane so many hours a year. As part of their compensation.
And again,
so when we hear that they make $13 million a year, well, they may not actually take home a gross salary of that. Some of that's, all right, $500,000 of it's in airplane credit. Still taxed on it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just
certain.
I go back to just how much LSU, and this is a small figure relative to what they're spending and everything else from a bonus standpoint, house and everything, what they're spending. I think they're going to be disappointed, not just in college. If they don't win the national championship this year, I feel like that fan base is going to think it's a disappointment.
Well, I mean, got to be competitive in the SEC. I don't know that you got to win the national title in year one, but they, back to the adage I use a lot: when much is given, much is expected.
We were talking with Ronnie about the upcoming basketball season last segment. This is kind of a weird deal. Ole Miss is going to play Alabama in an exhibition game in Birmingham. Conference opponents. This was odd to me. Like, we play, let's see, Kansas, Gonzaga this year, Purdue. Who else has Arkansas played?
And they're playing because in the SEC, you play everybody at least once.
Yeah. I just thought that was odd. Is that odd to anyone else?
No, I think that's a good thing to point out. Yeah. Does Nate Oates not have any friends outside of this league that want to play him? So I don't know. I mean, you're right. To say it's odd is correct.
Might have solved the riddle there.
Maybe no one else wants to deal with Nate Oates. So, hey, let me tell you about our friends Nick and Ellie Glidewell. Outstanding real estate agents. I've used them personally, and I would recommend you call Nick or Ellie at 479-739-2333. If you have a luxury home that you're looking to sell, or you're ready to upgrade from the home you're in to something with more square footage, more features, more amenities, pool, all those things that might be considered a luxury home, this is where they really thrive. They know where they're at in the marketplace. They know who's got them listed. They know the ones that are about to come on the market. And these deals take a little more negotiating, a little more savvy, a little more understanding of the marketplace, and that's where Nick and Ellie really come to work for you as the seller or the buyer to make sure these deals get done. Sometimes it's not just about price. It's about buying down points at closing to make the deal come together. In the end, it works out for both sides long-term and in the financing process. Makes the banks happy. There are so many elements in play when you get to these points on these types of transactions. So if you're looking to buy a luxury home or you're looking to sell yours, call our friends Nick and Ellie Glidewell and let them do all the heavy lifting, all the hard talking, and all the conversations that you don't want to have. 479-739-2333. Ellie is top-notch when it comes to helping get your home set up to show its best to bring the highest price as well. 739-2333, or find them online at nickandellie.com. That's nickandellie.com for Nick and Ellie Glidewell. They're ready to serve you.
All right, a little update for what's going on right now at the Open. Still got the same leader, Lucas Herbert, who's at -8. Cam Young and Jackson Suber are at -6. Sam Burns right behind him, 5 under. Let's see. Looking just notable names in this. Scheffler's 3 under. DeChambeau's 3 under. Spawn is also 3 under. Those are kind of the notable names.
JJ Spawn. All right. Well, I think it's going to be a fun weekend. Obviously, the course today, at least early, with Lucas Herbert, 62. He was even par yesterday. 62, 8 under par today. I think that's worth noting because this wasn't like, he went out and shot 4 under to get to 8 and lead the tournament at this point. So there's some opportunity out there. You look at a player like Scotty Scheffler. He was at 2 under par after yesterday. Kind of just a ho-hum first round, normal for him. He's even par today. through the round and 2 under still for the tournament. So we'll keep an eye on Scheffler, who's tied for 23rd. And, the American name everybody wants to keep an eye on.
Rory drove the ball 450 yards this morning.
I'm telling you, these fairways in just, in Scotland, the way how tight those lies are and how laid down the grain. You get downwind, down grain. You don't think about grain on fairway, but they are so hard and the fairways are so fast. That's got to come into play in your thinking because, that ball will roll and roll and roll and roll. It's like hitting on a parking lot.
All right, earlier Tommy asked Ronnie and then myself the starting 5 all-time for Arkansas basketball. Kevin wants to chime in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline about that. Kevin, go ahead, man. You're on the morning rush. Well, he was.
Kevin.
Guess Kevin left.
Guess Kevin put us on hold.
That's a bummer.
Kevin, call us back.
All right, so the winner of the Powerball is now public. Did you see this?
I just saw at the gas station one day that was 800 and something million.
Mm-hmm. Tracy.
What it ended up being?
Well, he took the lump sum of $834 million.
That was the lump sum?
Mm-hmm. It was $1.8 billion.
Well, maybe I didn't realize it was that big.
Tracy Hartwick, who's the brother of North Little Rock Mayor Terry Hartwick. I'm reading this from THV.
Oh, so this one goes back a ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the one that was won in.
Okay.
The ticket was purchased.
All right, now I'm with you. I thought recently, because I saw one recently that was 800.
Well, I didn't know this. Apparently, you were allowed to remain confidential for 3 years, according to Act 889 of 2021.
Okay.
But there's a stipulation that if you're a relative, an elected official, like your sibling, parent, grandparent, grandchild, whatever, then you can only remain confidential for 6 months, which is that duration is up.
I'd honestly forgotten about, but yeah, you're right. There was a huge lottery win in our state not that long ago.
He played 10 number combinations for a $30 investment, and again netted $834 million
off a $1.8 billion.
Yeah.
Top end number.
He is collecting $565 million of that after deductions of $188 million to the IRS and $31 million to the Arkansas Department of Finance. And then in addition to that, one of his other brothers, not the North Little Rock mayor, Timothy Hartwick, and then an unnamed winner collected $18.1 million after taxes. I guess that unnamed winner is not related to the North Little Rock mayor, so he can remain anonymous for another 2.5 years.
$500 million after taxes.
Off a lump sum of $834 million.
I'm good. Boys, I've done my last radio show.
I've seen pictures.
You better get your Polaroid camera out. You're going to need a picture of me.
Tracy,
it's the only way you're going to remember me.
Tracy looks like he's an Arkansas fan based on some of the research I've done. So maybe he'll help out Coach Silverfield this fall and for years to come. I would just golf more and do radio on the road, but I would still want to do.
You'd be like me. You'd be worthless with that kind of money.
I've always said, like, I feel like I'd be the same. I'd still drive my Toyota Camry. I'd still drink my Natural Light.
You would not.
Still do the same stuff. I'm the same.
No.
I'm the same person.
You may be the same person, but you ain't drinking Natty Light. No.
I like the same
You ain't
stuff.
driving a Camry. No.
Nope. Still staying with, listen, some guys stick to their ideals and they stick to their guns regardless of how much money they make. There's billionaires out there that you would know that they're worth $10 based on the way they dress.
No,
and
that's
that would
true.
honestly be me.
True.
I would just take being a millionaire at this point, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Well, you got $1 million smile, young man.
Thank you.
You put that on deposit.
What do you think about this?
I mean, we had picture day here at the office, and I don't know who or what you cleaned up for this weekend, but you're cleanly shaven. You're attempting a mustache.
It's bad. It's really
bad.
I'm surprised we
may
haven't
have to notify the authorities to live in certain neighborhoods with that mustache.
It looks like peach fuzz or.
You got to give it some time. But I don't know why. I don't know what you're getting dolled up for this weekend. But we've got these headshots. I'm trying to put these sales package together, and you look like a homeless man in them.
Good 5 o'clock shadow.
No, it's not good.
That's what business is, and
we're talking about a do-over.
And different managers and owners want to see a guy, a radio host that's just got a 5 o'clock shadow. I sent these. So I
is that daylight savings time 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
Or I mean, we need to define
like
that now.
I've got some friends that can grow elite mustaches, and unfortunately, like my chest hair and my down low hair and everything else is darker. My up top hair is not.
More information than I wanted.
And it's like, it's so frustrating because it at least the hair grows, but it's blonde. It looks bad. And so I was shaving last night, and I had not shaved the stash yet. I was like, I'm just going to keep this for a day and just see.
It doesn't look terrible.
But I sent this, so luckily
you need a haircut. But
well, not that. No,
you do need a haircut.
See, you've gone off the rails now.
No,
I mean, but I sent
it needs a little trim.
I sent this to some of my female friends, and I was like, all right, be honest. What do you think? All thumbs down. So I'm going to sport.
Well, it's too early. It's too early to ask what they think. I mean, you haven't let it grow in yet.
This is 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's 2 weeks.
I think.
Oh.
So I mean, it was
Never
thicker.
mind.
It was thicker down like in the neck area and below.
Yeah, where you're supposed to shave. Yeah.
Yeah. JT says, Tommy, take AI and make Ty look good.
I don't think there's enough computing power. So.
Brandon
you
says,
do need a little haircut. There. You need a little trim.
No, this is gonna hang on till November before Thanksgiving.
But it needs a little maintenance.
Nope.
It looks ratty.
No, it doesn't. It looks great. It hadn't been washed this morning because it doesn't get washed. We threw a hat on and we're ready to go.
Unkept.
So, the mustache, unfortunately, not for me.
Well, you might give it another 2 weeks, and we'll decide. You can't quit. Don't be a quitter.
I'm gonna shave it. Just because that or I'm gonna.
You let women influence you too much, and they don't. You can shave it or keep it. They're not going to be interested either way.
I'm gonna die. Well, yeah, they're friends. They're
you're in the friend zone. That's right.
No, friends of that are
they're going to remain friends.
They're married or stuff like that. I would not actually ask someone that I was interested in, hey, what do you think of this mustache? I would wear it proudly or I would shave it. I'm not going to ask a female that I'm interested on that. These are confidants. These are friends that I respect their opinions, and they're honest with me. So that being said, there's only 2 ways to go out of this. You either shave it or you go to the Ryan Day scenario and you dye it.
All right. Hang on to it till you get back from media days. We'll make a decision then, all right?
After media days.
After media days. Don't touch it till you get back. All right, we're brought to you by Gaston's White River Resort, 870-431-5202. Is telling you about our friend John who emailed the show, said he finally, after years of listening to us deliver the message about Gaston's, has booked a reservation for Thanksgiving week. Going to go up. They're going to hike. They're going to, walk along the trails there at the river's edge. They're going to enjoy the restaurant for Thanksgiving. Now's the time to plan these fall getaways. And John and his wife don't fish. I really wish they'd try out a half-day fishing trip and really understand what Gaston's is all about, because it's like having, your concierge for fishing there. The guides take care of everything. I think you'll, no pun intended, get hooked if you try it. 870-431-5202. It is for everyone at Gaston's. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Deep corner route, got a man wide open, complete. Jones at the 25, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas, 62 yards.
This is the Morning Rush.
When I'm in the mood for something sweet and hot, do I wait hoping my husband walks in dressed in tight tennis shorts and a dozen roses? No. I hit Hardee's for the new made-from-scratch hot honey biscuit. That crispy chicken, that hot honey, and that sweet prize. Just $3.99 for a limited time. Or that hand-breaded hot honey chicken sandwich with crispy bacon and melted Swiss on a brioche bun. Hardee's new hot honey menu. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included. Not valid for use within a combo or in combination with any other offer or discount.
What could you do with $10,000? Well, now it's as good a time as any to find out. It's time for our very first Wrath Big Ath 10K Summer Giveaway, brought to you by Wrath Auto Resources. Just visit us at 4515 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith and enter to win $10,000. While you're here, check out any one of our great road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. It's the Wrath Big Ath 10K Summer Giveaway, brought to you by Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, WrathAutoFortSmith.com. No purchase necessary. See dealer for complete rules.
Back to school season is here, and great internet is essential for today's students. Wave Rural Connect can help with affordable, reliable fiber internet and strong Wi-Fi for homework, streaming, and multiple devices all at once. Get our connected home plan for just $56.95 a month. If you need more speed for a current plan, call us to upgrade. Wave Rural Connect, fast fiber internet, friendly customer service from a local provider. Visit waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest. He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for 2 for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What you call me?
A meal for 2 for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
Summer is here and adventure is calling. Visit Southern Tire Mart for a new set of Yokohama tires to get your vehicle ready for summer travels. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let Southern Tire Mart ensure your vehicle is ready for the open road. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
A Pompano Beach woman is trying to unravel the mystery behind a racy license plate.
If you missed it earlier in our opening drive, a woman got sent a license plate that said "squeeze ass," basically, is what it read. A55, but it looks like that. If you got sent that, what would you do?
Put it on your car.
On my car. I would
put it on your car.
You know what? You're a father.
You need help.
You're a father and a husband.
I mean, you're single. You're in your 30s.
Well, help is a relative term.
You need some help.
You're not out with me on weekends. You're not out with me on these occasions. Maybe I'm doing.
Oh, I've seen
maybe
pictures,
I'm doing
sir.
just fine.
I've seen you face down on the floor. Yes, yeah, I've been there.
Well, that was AI. That was fabricated.
No, it was
not. You weren't there. You didn't see that. That was just all. That was, you know how rumors get started. We can't have that on these.
Yeah, they start with the truth. That's how rumors get started.
Well, it's not a rumor. It's halftime with Alyssa Orange, Matt Jones, and Big C stepping in for Colton is coming up next. SEC Media Days next week in Tampa.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong?